Hello everybody, welcome to another tour video. As you can see, we are in front of the sheriff's office here in Sandy Shores. And, well, why don't we let these two explain to us what we're doing today. Hello?
Howdy.
Alrighty, so go ahead and just, I guess, introduce yourselves and let's begin.
Hi, I'm Assistant Sheriff Kozak with the Onondaga County Sheriff's Office.
I am Chief Deputy Evelyn Helguero with the Onondaga County Sheriff's Office.
Alright, so this is the reception area?
Yeah.
Yes, so this is our reception area. If you need to make any complaints, this is where you will come and make them.
Alright, it's your station, so you guys get the lead.
Okay, so if you follow me back here, I'll show you where everything happens. So over here, this is our sheriff's office. This is where County 01 sits normally. And over here is our regular offices. This is where all of our paperwork gets done. And, oh yeah, down here is our auditorium.
I heard on the all over the news and stuff like that, you guys recently had this station redone.
Yeah.
This is where any big occurrences happen, big meetings between departments, stuff like that. News conferences probably haven't had any in a bit, so this is where all that happens.
Okay.
And if we go back up, the layout's a little interesting. Going up and then going down. Come back to here.
Okay.
Our evidence room is, I believe, actually no, sorry. That is where you access the front desk, off to your right.
Alright.
Yep. Also, where certain records are kept.
Okay.
That is certain records are kept.
For obvious reasons, we won't be going in there because there's obviously open cases and stuff like that.
Yes. So if you follow me out here, I'll show you where this is. Such as regular patrol vehicles, high-speed units, and our SWAT Bearcat. This is where we store the Bearcat. Any vehicle that needs a repair, our fleet services will come into this garage and repair them. But for now, the Bearcat sits in there.
Okay.
As you can see, we have a few patrol vehicles already out. Not a full parking lot tonight, but the parking lot behind them is our impound lot for any vehicles that we impound.
Okay.
And if you want to follow me down to these stairs.
We probably decided to do this right in the middle of a shift change.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, B shift is just starting to get themselves together.
Yeah. Down here, this is our jail cell. Cells are processing.
Ladies first.
So this is where we process everyone, or hold. Obviously, no guns are permitted within the jail cell in case if something does happen. You don't want someone reaching for your weapon.
Okay.
Trying to uncuff someone. We got our mug shots off to our right, our processing to our left. In the back there is where someone will sit and keep an eye on our prisoners or people holding. The door to the left is evidence, so we will not be
Looks like it.
there for reasons. Yeah, this is where we process anything. If you do have any questions, just feel free to ask.
Alright. Now, you say we can't bring our weapons in when we can process someone. Where would we be able to lock them up so they obviously can't get to them?
So,
We don't
we
have any
have-
boxes for that.
not yet, but
Okay.
we do have lock boxes inside these filing cabinets. Separate lock boxes, so we're not just putting them in the filing cabinet itself. Just so until we actually get proper lockers for it. Currently,
Yeah.
that is where we hold things.
Okay.
Our weapons. Yeah. If
It's
you
better
wanna
than
follow me
nothing.
back up, yeah, that is true. If you want to follow me back up, I'll show you our second floor.
Okay.
Interrogation's also behind us.
Oh, yeah.
That's the garage.
That's
I
the
already
garage.
showed you that.
Well, that's another entrance to the garage. Don't need
There's
that.
another So up here, this is more of, more offices, bathrooms, and here is the break room.
Kitchen.
Okay.
Kitchen, break room. This is where some patrol officers come, have their lunch, or take a break when they have it. Got a balcony off to our left, and the hallway out this way. I will show you.
Okay.
So this is the balcony, oversee everything. Not a bad spot.
Decent view.
Decent view, and it's not too bad. And then we go back in here.
Now, yeah, as I mentioned before, I heard you guys had basically got the station redone from the ground up.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can't hear you too good, ma'am.
Oh, my apologies. Our recent station wasn't really, I guess, operating well under certain standards, if you could say, if that makes sense.
Age and all that.
Yeah. So this is, more of the office space. This right here to my right is kind of the CID section. So we got our filing cabinets, computers, stuff like that. This is where CID comes and does their stuff if they need a space.
Okay.
Some more desk space over here.
So if you guys get any like high priority cases or high profile stuff, your investigators would be up here working on figuring all that out.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
We have to go back out that way because that is the third floor. It's a little confusing, but you get the hang of it. Okay,
This is different than when I was a deputy back in the early days. Oops, excuse me.
Please.
I don't think there's much that way.
There's not much down that way. Sorry. I'm still getting used to the new station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So up here, this is the way helipad. This is where we have Air 1 sit in case we do need to activate.
Okay. Now, how often is Air 1 out and about?
As often as we can get it, if it's needed. Most times, I'd say it's a 50-50. It depends how the night's going, whether we need it or not.
Okay. Now, I have heard that it's starting to age a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit of an older style helicopter, but it still works. Our people at Fleet Services manages to keep her up and running. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much the entirety of the station. If you have any more questions or something.
The only question I could really think of is like, what are y'all's responsibilities overall?
Kozak, if you want to answer that as the assistant.
Well, really just like any other law enforcement, we patrol, keep everybody safe. We do have a corrections division, so over at the jail over there you'll see some deputies probably.
Okay. I've
Pretty much
noticed
same
as
as
well
every-
you've got a lot of the older fleets still in service.
Yes. newer vehicles haven't really been in the budget. We got a couple things, like a couple new Durangos, a couple Chargers, but pretty much it.
And the way I look at it, if it ain't broken, it shouldn't have to be replaced.
Yeah. Fleet service keeps them really, really good.
Now, I have heard you guys also have an older Caprice that comes out every once in a while.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah, I normally drive it. No one else. I've never really seen a lot of other people able to drive it, so I tend to rock it every now and then.
That Durango you see down there, or that you've seen down at the, is
Okay.
usually what I drive. So,
I know when I first started, I was mostly driving the 06.
yeah.
Turns like a
Yeah,
boat, but it handles well.
The fleet services, had the fleet services people kind of tune up the old Caprice, so kind of keep up with these modern day vehicles that tend to run from us.
Okay. Speaking of that, if you're able to, of course, what is the pursuit policy when it comes to stuff like that?
Basically, we stop them as soon as possible for the public safety, because having someone run from us at over 100 miles an hour isn't very safe for the public, so we try to stop them as soon as possible.
So basically, whatever is necessary to get them stopped.
Yeah, basically. Whatever to keep the public the most safe.
Okay. I know in state police, the moment it reaches a certain speed or if it gets too dangerous, we're supposed to back off.
Yeah, we don't tend to back off unless absolutely necessary.
Okay. I have heard that you guys have had a major rework within the department itself.
Yes. We used to have a sheriff that kind of ran things down, but this new one's been getting it back up and running, and we've been going strong.
Yeah. The news has been singing his praises, so it's good to know that the department's back on its feet again.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys giving me a little tour of the area and showing things off.
Yep, thank you.
My pleasure.
For those that are watching that are looking to join SONYRP, what is there that OCSO has to offer?
Got a few lax policies. I mean, kind of sheriff, so we're not as strict. We're still pretty strict. Pretty lax. Trying to think. Evelyn, you got anything?
Not entirely kind of exactly what you said. We're not as strict as the NYSP, which I totally fine. We're just a little more different, I guess, than other departments.
Now, for the next episode of the tours and stuff like that, what other station would y'all like to see toured around next?
I mean, we have the Mission Row station down in the city. Can't think of any other stations really.
Oh.
Isn't there the one over by Vespucci that we have?
Oh yeah, that's the
Does it have a
one for state, if I remember correctly. It does have an interior.
Yeah.
I know that was recently redone by our by the higher ups.
Yeah.
But unless you guys can think of anything else, that's
No.
probably it. It's a quick little
Pretty straight and simple.
Yep. It's a quick little tour kind of showing everything off.
Yeah.
With that in mind, now let's pop open the ears here.
Unmuted.
So with that in mind, there's always the chance here. Obviously we have state, we've got sheriff. Whatever calls to you, grab it.
Yeah.
As you already know, we've got multiple different offerings within state. There's multiple different offerings within sheriff. There will be a link in the description below to this Discord, so you guys can join up, toss an application in, get yourselves all set. With that in mind, you guys know me here on YouTube as Celtic Viking, but On here, it's Jeff Stevens. I appreciate you guys for joining and helping us out here today. See you guys out in the road.